So we didn't want to let it slip by that Ryan is now the third person to have spent 10 years at 10. And to celebrate that, we are pulling him in to do what he has successfully avoided for 10 years, which is being on camera. Well, Jake couldn't be here today, but we both wanted to make sure to recognize the fact that you are now joining the club, along with the two of us, of having been at 10 for 10 years. Obviously, Jake and I think of you like a brother, a colleague, have come to mean so much to this firm. Real quick, for anyone who may not have met you while you were working so hard in the back corner, what's your background? Where are you from? Where'd you go to school? How'd you find your way to 10?
Yeah, not to start off on too much of a negative foot for some clients out there, but like Tim, a University of Washington Husky grad. I was actually lucky enough to finish a quarter early and really just wanted to come back and treat that quarter that I had off as my true summer, and just so happened to run into a former colleague of ours that talked about this new startup wealth management firm here in town, and if I was interested in an internship opportunity, come on down. And I'll be honest, initially that just sounded like a great thing to put on the resume for when I actually had to get out and start applying for jobs. And so I took my last final on a Friday, started my internship up here with 10 that following Monday. And must have done something right. You've kept me around. Even amazing to myself, the fact that it's been 10 years, and proud to join the Old Timers Club.
Yeah, definitely. We're all going to pretend we're the same age. What has surprised you most about the industry? As you say, this is so often the case. We just kind of stumble or fall into something that then becomes a purpose or a passion. But what about the industry has surprised you here in the 10 years to start your career?
I just think that the biggest one off the bat was college is a great experience. You learn a lot, but I think one of the things it definitely doesn't prepare you for is a specific day-to-day job. And I think I'll be the first to admit I came in confident in my education on what it is that we do here, but day one was definitely a reason to pause and go back to the drawing board of, there's still a lot to learn. I think naturally you get an idea of what it is we do from movies you see. So that was also the biggest thing that I even told to a lot of my friends and peers when I first started here is, in your mind, you only ever see trading or investments as a bunch of guys screaming on a big floor and staring at big tickers scrolling through 24/7. So I think the coolest thing for me was seeing how much more collaborative it is. It's so neat to be able to interact with people from all different types, walks of life that I never would encounter on my own. And I think that more than anything has really helped me get out of my shell a little bit more and become a lot better communicator with all different types of people.
See, after this, you'll want to do a bunch of commentaries, I'm sure.
We'll see.
For anybody who doesn't know, because again, you're growing in how much client-facing, you do a great job, and those people who have had the opportunity to meet with you, be it a presentation, a client review, know how knowledgeable you are and how well you can articulate things. But for those who haven't, describe your role or roles at 10 Capital.
Yeah, so for the better part of these 10 years, I have been the dedicated trader here at 10 Capital, and all that really means is you as a client, anything that you see in your account was probably either bought or sold through me, so it keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. That's definitely an area where you need to make sure you're double and triple checking everything that you do. Yeah. Last thing I need is Tim coming knocking on my door and saying we have a problem.
Yeah. Brian's taken on a lot. So, I mean, I get the question, when you're gone or if something happened to you, who would take over? And it's been awesome to have Ryan alongside for all intents and purposes, almost this whole journey of 10 as a company. For better and for worse, we know how each other thinks, where we want to head, and yet he's also maintained his own independence enough to ask the hard questions or to disagree if he sees things a different way. And so for me, that's incredibly valuable, and yet can articulate things to clients in a really down-to-earth way. So rapid fire here, a few questions to wrap up. Looking back on the last 10 years, what do you consider your biggest accomplishment or area of growth?
Ooh, area of growth, I would have to say more than anything is just the confidence to be able to not only articulate my point of view, but have the confidence to stand behind what I have to say. So kind of as Tim alluded to there earlier, I pride myself on kind of being the devil's advocate here with any type of conversation we may be having, and I think that's been great value add on both of our ends to always make sure we're not assuming we know the right answer for every question that comes our way, and having the ability to talk through and navigate some of those more nuanced areas of the business.
Next look back question, we'll wrap up with a look forward question. What is your favorite aspect of 10 or favorite memory?
I mean, as probably a lot of you have been aware of over the years, one of the most notable things right off the bat is just the amount of interaction, whether it be from a client event, getting out in the community, going to different charitable events on behalf of 10. That has been an amazing experience to see why it is we're able to get so much trust from our clients and friends of the firm. And I know selfishly when it comes to events, I've always been a big trivia guy, so yeah. I would be remiss not to mention I think we're going on our 9 or 10 years of
hard
our
with COVID, but yeah,
professionals trivia event. Able to write all the questions. Little insight from me, my lifelong dream is to get on Jeopardy at some point. So
if anybody's listening and has a connection.
If anybody's got a connection and wants to make a phone call.
What's a hope or goal for the next 10 years?
I think for the next 10 years, especially as I try to carve out a more client-facing role, is better education. And I know the one big thing that I'm embarking on right now is getting some further designations and certifications just to help ease people that might wonder how old I actually am, that I've put in the time and the effort to back up what it is I'm communicating. Yeah.
Well, if you haven't had a chance to meet Ryan, grab him at the upcoming March Madness event. Find a time to come to one of the lunch and learns he started to put on around our investment philosophy, and on behalf of Jake and I and the firm, you're just a wonderful friend and colleague to have. One of the people we know we can give anything to here, and you're going to find a way to get it done and get it done correctly. So thank you for all of that, and definitely hope to have a few more 10-year celebrations to have with you.
Definitely, and looking forward to my next commentary appearance at the 20-year.
The 20-year it will be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ryan. We'll see you soon.